Kings and queens, your majesties, welcome back to this channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Up here we talk about nature and the spiritual benefits of things around us, physical benefits of things around us, what we eat, some of the things we ignore in our environment, what they can do in our lives as a people. That's what we share here. Okay, so today we will talk about basil leaf or saint leaf as the African people know it to be. I will personally encourage you to have some of these things that we have listed here, some of the things that we talk about on this channel. It is important that you have them in your home. You mustn't have a big farm somewhere. All these are in my compound, your majesties. Okay, Osimum gratissimum, also known as clove basil, African basil, and in Hawaii it's known as wild basil, is a species of basil. It is native to Africa, Madagascar, Southern Asia, and the Bismarck Archipelago, and naturalized in Polynesia, Hawaii, Mexico, Panama, West Indies, Brazil, and Bolivia. Now, if you have this in your home and you wouldn't want it to be scanty, if you want it to be very leafy, you have to be cutting out the seed once in a while. You see, mine is so seedy. I had to chop off some of the seed and spray it in other parts so that they can, when they are dry, they can grow at any time. That's what I do to my curry leaves as well. When it's having seeds like this, I cut it out and spread it, and when it dried, it started growing, and I got a lot of curry in the yard. Okay, so now let's go to the physical benefits, then we will get into the spiritual benefits of this basil leaf right here. So it is known for its ability to help women ovulate. Like if you're trying to get pregnant as a woman, you can take this basil leaf. Mind you, this doesn't have any adverse effect to health because these are spices that are used for stews, they are used for soups. I add it to my food by day, so it's not something that has adverse effects. Okay, and I tell you, the aroma, the scent of that's why in Nigeria and some parts of the continent in Ghana, it's called saint leaf, your majesties. So apart from that, it also cure malaria. Okay, now I always push you to my childhood because these are the things I grew up with, and that's why having my own home and my family, I felt like I need to have these around me. When we were growing up as little kids, sometimes when we complain of headaches, then my mom touch our foreheads or our body and discover that our body is hot. She just goes to the backyard and cut this, and then she washes it. When we were small, it's not sweet, it's not bitter, but when she washes it, she gives us to drink, sometimes 2 tablespoons. She said, drink it and close your eyes and drink it once. And then we take it, we go and sleep, and then when we wake up, we are strong, we are healthy, you see. So I had all these memories in my head, right? So it cures malaria. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't go to seek medical attention when you're sick. Go to the hospital, okay? But these are some of the remedies at home. You don't need to go far. If you have this planted in your yard, majesties, it's just like first aid for you, right? Yeah. So it is boiled, and my mom doesn't even boil it those times. She just puts it by the coal, and then the color changes a bit, and then she squeezes it out, squeeze out the water, and then she put it in the tablespoon for us to take. Okay, so to cure malaria, you boil the leaf and drink the water daily. Now to the spiritual benefits of saint leaf. Like I said, it helps women to ovulate. If you're a woman and you discover that you have issue ovulating, you can take this saint leaf. You mustn't boil the water every day. You can just, put the leaves by the fire, and then you squeeze it to the spoon and take, or you can just boil it and drink a teacup every morning, 3 days, 5 days. All right. All right, number one here in my list is it cancels or it breaks curses or spells that might have been casted without your knowledge. Yes, for sure. That I can vouch for it, Majesties, personally, okay? So, sometimes we move around and go about our daily activities. We don't know who is against us. Sometimes you live your life, you think, oh, you don't have enough, but there are some people out there who are envious of what you have, who are envious of the little job you're struggling with, who are envious of the family you've put together, who are envious of a lot of things about you that you might not think it's important. Okay, there are people who want the kind of life you have. And there are some that they go to the extent of doing things, involving into some of all these diabolical things, planning evil against their neighbors, planning evil against their brothers and sisters. So when you notice that you are moving backward instead of forward, most of the times all you need to do is profess positivity in your life, wish yourself good, and have a Basil leaf bath. I don't know if you've ever heard that, a Basil leaf bath or a saint leaf bath. Yes. So if you're experiencing stagnation in your life, I think you need to get close to a basil leaf or a saint leaf. In short, plant it in your home. And when you are planting, there are strategic positions where you can put them, either by the window, by your window, or by your kids' window. If you notice from this clip, you see it's by a window. Okay, you can plant them as many as possible by a window or by your entrance. Just points or angles where you know it's maybe a strategic point. You can just plant it there. Okay. Number two, it keeps evil people away from you. Of course, when it breaks curses, dispels curses, why will it not keep people that are evil away from you? Those who have evil intent, those who have evil plans, those who think bad about you, it keeps them away from you. When you go towards them, they perceive this scent leaf, scent or the smells of this scent leaf pushes them far away if they have evil intentions against you. This is what it does, Your Majesties. Number three here is it heals you spiritually. Yes. You know, there are some people that wakes up from dreams and they complain of, oh, I dreamt that some people were beating me in the dream, and then I wake up, my back is aching, my head is aching, my body is paining me. Why wasting time? Go get a basil leaf, go get a saint leaf, boil it and bathe with the water. Do not dry it off with a towel. Allow it to dry to your skin. This is nature. We all came from nature. So you don't bathe with the saintly water and want to dry it off with a towel. Allow it to sink into your skin because it has nutrients as well. This is what you put into food and eat. I keep saying it, whatever you cannot take into your system, don't use on your body. Because if I cannot swallow what I use on my body, that is to say it's harmful to my whole system. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, Your Majesty. So it heals you spiritually. So there are cases of people complaining, I fell in the dream and I hit my leg. And then you wake up, you discover that same spot where you hit that leg pains you. You see, go get a saint leaf bath. Or you can go get like 2 or 3 pieces of the leaves, put it by the coal so that it changes to a bit dark. You squeeze it to your hand and rub it on that part that you hit or that part that is paining you. And you're the one that will testify about that, right? So number 4, okay, you become spiritually unavailable to people who are targeting you. You understand that? Yeah. You become spiritually unavailable. That is to say, they don't see you. Yeah. They see you, but they don't see you. That is you being spiritually unavailable. Because most of the times, the battles that we encounter as humans in this world, as man in this world, struggling in this life, it's like I keep saying, before it happens physically, it has already happened spiritually. Before anything could have effect on you, physically, it has already had effects on you spiritually. Learn how to utilize nature to your advantage, and do not be scared of the bush. Do not be scared of vegetation. Do not be scared of trees. Do not be scared of plants. All right? At least delve into getting to know more about things that grow around you. Most of the times, most of the things we overlook around us in our environment and our community sometimes hold the solutions to the problems that we have. Our ancestors were not ingesting any chemicals to prevent themselves from which this sickness or the other. Okay? They were not. Now, I was surprised when I heard that there are vaccines for malaria. Yeah, you go get a vaccine. I think it's 10 years or so. Why injecting our people with all these things when the solution to all this is at our doorstep? Your Majesties, the cure to all this are at our doorstep. It has never been heard in the continent of Africa that malaria kills people. It is after we started ingesting all this malaria, anti-malaria medicine and everything that people started losing their life because of malaria. Okay, we have to be wise and return back to nature. Our ancestors lived by herbs. When they are sick, they know what to put together and then take in, and then they are strong. They know what to put together and base with it, and then they are strong. I remember when we were very little, I keep taking you back to my childhood because most of these things, I get these ideas from my mother. Okay, when we fall sick, there is nothing like, okay, go and get this one, get that one. She goes and gets mango leaves, gets guava leaves. She put it together. She gets lemongrass, put it together, gets neem leaf, and then boil it. And a big pot. There is a particular pot in the house that is whenever you see that pot, you know that somebody is sick. She boils it. After it's well boiled, she put it down and then put our head. You put your head, bury your head inside that hot pot. And my mom will go and look for the thickest towels in the house. She will cover all of us with this, especially like if you are sick. Both of you are sick, you put your head together. That if you are the only one sick, you will remain there. You will sweat and shout. You say, remain, don't worry, sorry, it will soon finish. And then when we come out of that place and then we bathe with the water of these herbs, after 3 days, 4 days, you won't believe that this was me that was vibrating as if I was going to die. Did I take any vaccine? No. Was there any injection? No. I am not saying you should not go to the hospital when you are sick. Go to the hospital when you are sick. I'm only sharing my experiences with you, Your Majesties. But we've grown up to say, now we are now civilized people. We throw away all these things. We don't do them anymore. We want to be... And this is the cause of our problem as the African people, because we have thrown away our way of life. It is high time we begin to return back to our way of life. All the herbs around us have spiritual benefit and physical benefit. It is left for you to discover this. And mind you, while you are using this saint leaf water or you are squeezing and taking, profess it. Believe it, voice it out, say it. Your Majesty, especially when you are using it spiritually, you have to say affirmations. That they call it affirmations. Okay? You have to tell yourself that you will be invisible to every spiritual enemy that is haunting you. Be aware of your environment. Be aware of yourself. Know yourself. Know who you are. Have connections to your lineage, to your ancestors. Your ancestors are not demonic people. They are not devils. It's high time that we have to debunk those lies that white supremacy have rubbed on our faces. Our ancestors are not evil people. They are good people. They are not evil. Okay? All right, I'm going to stop here today. Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section. If you have questions, you can leave it there as well, so that maybe we'll make some content from the questions that you leave there to help other people as well. I'm going to see you in my next one. I'll say it again. Know yourself. Be true to yourself. Do not deliberately attract evil. Do not deliberately attract negativity. Watch what you do to other people, because sometimes we are not attentive to ourselves and to what we do. We hurt people and then we want the universe to shower us with beliftment and prosperity. There is no way you take advantage of people, you cheat people, and you want the universe to smile on you. No, it is what you give out to nature that you collect back. We have to remember this. For you to do most of these things and be successful, your hands have to be clean, because it is these same hands of yours that you use to go and pluck these things. It is these same hands of yours that you will use to prepare these things and use on yourself. Do not draw costs to yourself by yourself. Your hands have to be clean. You have to do good to your neighbor, follow the right path, and other things will follow. All right, I'll see you in my next one. Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section. Bye.